Hey, it's a beautiful day in Peachtree City, so we're going to do a driving tour of Braelinn Village. This is David and Amy Vender of the Vender Group, serving all your real estate needs in the South Metro Atlanta area.
So Peachtree City is a planned community, and it's built on the village concept. So we actually have 5 villages and an industrial park as well.
So the idea is you can work, live, and play in your own village and never actually have to leave it.
So let's go take a look at Braelinn Village. Come on for the ride.
We're starting off at the top of Braelinn Village on Kelly Drive. And coming up on our right is kind of not the most exciting thing to start with, but it's a recycle center. What's kind of nice about that is if you have glass or aluminum, and when you move to Peachtree City and you're unboxing all those boxes, you can drop off all your cardboard here to get it recycled. It's also really nice not to clog up the landfill or clog up your trash can at the end of the week. Now, just past that, we're coming up to a complex where there is a lot that goes on a regular basis.
So the first thing we're coming to is the Gathering Place, and that's actually city-owned property. They work in conjunction with the Fayette Senior Services, and they offer recreational clubs and services for people that are 50 and above.
And just past that is the Fred.
Yeah, it's the Frederick Brown Amphitheater, but known to all the residents as Dave said, the Fred.
So there's lots of outdoor concerts. They'll do movies in the summertime, but they're mainly known for the concerts. We got to see Smash Mouth there live. That was probably my favorite.
Joan Jett, they've had a lot of different acts there.
A lot of cover bands will show up, but yeah, it's a fantastic place to go and enjoy some great music.
They allow you to bring your own food and drink in. Great time with neighbors, family, friends, date night. So next is BMX.
So the BMX track, I have seen, kids there all the way up to adults, and on a Saturday when they're having a big event, the place is packed, and a lot of those trailers and support trailers for that is quite extensive, and those guys, they have a lot of fun out there riding around that track. And just behind the track is the dog park.
Yeah, it's kind of tucked behind there. You just see a little sign that says dog park, and then you walk down a beautifully wooded trail, and they've got a fenced off leash park or leash free park. They have a large dog area, a small dog area. It's open dawn to dusk 7 days a week.
Let's say you have a dog that doesn't get along that great with other dogs. There is another area in the back where you can have your dog by itself.
A little time away.
If he doesn't play well with others.
So then you also have the Peachtree City Visitor Center. You can go in there, get all kinds of information. Of course, we provide that for our clients. It's something we try to offer anybody that needs it.
Yeah, we'll go in there and get some stuff and mail it off to our clients that are coming into town, and that way they can pre-educate themselves instead of showing up kind of blind.
So we are approaching Peachtree Parkway. This is the North Parkway, and when I moved here in 1984 with my parents, this is where Peachtree City ended, or the south side of Peachtree City ended. They actually started developing this in 1986 into the early 2000s. One of the neat things about Peachtree City is that it really has something for everybody. So if you are single starting over and you just want an apartment, or you're a young married couple starting out and want a starter home, or you have gotten to the $1 million status and you want to do a larger home, they have all of that. So on our left is Club Peachtree and Ridgefield, and those are 2 of our 4 condominium complexes in Peachtree City, and they offer 1 to 3 bedroom condominiums. We also just passed some smaller neighborhoods with starter homes.
So up on our left, just before we pull into the shopping center, is Luther Glass Park. It's a great place to come in the afternoon. There's 2 ponds. There's a little play park. It just really is a nice, relaxing area. So as we're pulling into the shopping center, directly on our left is Partners Pizza.
Yes, and in one of our other village tours in Aberdeen is the original Partners Pizza, but as soon as they opened Braelinn Village, they started with the Partners Pizza here. It's just a very popular family-owned restaurant. Good pizza, good Italian food. Also on the left is one of my favorite stores in Peachtree City. It's House and Hide. Anything you need for your home, great furnishings, also great gifts. And then you've got pita over there.
Pita is Middle Eastern food. The owner is from Lebanon. It's kind of more of a fast food Euro type of restaurant, but it's one of our favorite places to go. They also have a nice little outdoor eating area. So on a nice fall cool evening, it's just fantastic to sit out there and enjoy a meal. Now we're also just now passing Johnny's Pizza. Johnny's is the New York style pizza in the area. I grew up here, but my parents are from the Northeast, and when they wanted a taste of back home, Johnny's was the place to go.
So as we drive through here, you're going to see Vitality Bowl. You've got some those that are not wanting fast food, but they want something quickly. They can go in there and get the smoothie bowls. You've got Dollar Tree. Who doesn't like Dollar Tree? Then you've got Dickey's Barbecue. We lived in Texas for over 10 years, and that's
Dickey's
where,
is from Texas,
yes.
And they do a really good brisket in there.
So you've got some good brisket there. Card Smart. So they are not paying us for this endorsement, but you can get some great gifts in there, cards, but they have a United States Post Office in there. That is the place to go. If you need to mail something anywhere in Peachtree City, everybody goes to Card Smart, kind of known as word of mouth. They are so helpful, and the mail gets there in a timely manner. The
service is above and beyond. We will drive past other mail companies to go to CardSmart to use them because of their service. Now here we have the Kroger on the south side of town. It was renovated, about 10 or 12 years ago?
Yep.
So it's beautiful. It's a nice place to shop, and it's one of the nicer shopping centers in the area.
And then you've got El Ranchero, you've got GNC, Ichiban, we already missed that, but that's some good sushi. You've just got a nice variety of different restaurants here. We are pulling out of the Kroger Shopping Center and crossing over Crosstown Drive. Over on our right is Mucklow's Jewelers. They are a family-owned local jewelry store. They have some beautiful pieces in there, just great customer service. You've got a Taco Bell.
There's a Pet Boys. There's a dry cleaner. Just some things you might need. And a liquor store. We're coming up on the right. We're coming up to Arbor Terrace. Arbor Terrace is actually where Amy's parents went when they needed assisted living. And there's several assisted living places in town, and I truly believe that's probably the nicest one.
So it's a beautiful retirement community. They offer both independent and assisted living. We are probably a little biased simply because they were so helpful to us during the time of COVID, where it was so hard for the elderly. They really just worked with families, and that was very helpful. We're passing right now Balmoral Apartments. So as I said earlier, we have condos, we have apartments, we have different types of housing for everyone. And we're approaching Village on the Green. So this is a smaller complex, it's a complex with smaller homes. You've got 2-bedroom duplexes and single dwelling homes.
It really is beautiful in here. They do a great job of the landscaping. You kind of feel like you're in a park. It is, I think for a smaller home, it is really just a beautiful place to live.
Well, and they take care of your yard maintenance. Annually, they're going to power wash your house.
So basically, all of your exterior maintenance you don't have to worry about. It's all part of your association fees. It's all taken care of. You don't cut the grass. You don't fertilize. You don't do any of that.
And in Georgia, you do have to clean your gutters out because you've got a lot of pine straw.
You see these really tall pine trees around the neighborhood. The wind will blow that pine straw pretty far, and even if you're in the interior of the neighborhood, not near those tall pine trees, you'll still get it in your gutters.
So we're going to continue south on Peachtree Parkway, and we're going to be approaching Braelinn Golf Club. So Braelinn is one of, or Braelinn Country Club, shall I say. And Braelinn Country Club is one of 4 different country clubs that we have in Peachtree City area. It's part of Club Corps.
So basically, when you join one, you join all. And let's say you go on vacation down to Savannah, Georgia, and they happen to have a Club Corps there, you can go there and use their club as well. We personally have not joined the golf club. We have joined the social membership, but we have thoroughly enjoyed that. This particular club is where they have the gym. They have 2 pools, one for kids and one for adults. The kid pool is not a kiddie pool. It's a full-size pool. The meals there, when we've had meals there, have been excellent.
They have tennis courts, and of course, your Braelinn golf course there. So we're turning from South Peachtree Parkway on to Robinson Road.
The thing about Robinson Road is you have to be very careful on Robinson. Do not speed. Be very diligent about looking at the tree lines on either side, especially in the morning and in the evening. There are lots of deer on this road. Lots of cars hit deer. We love our wildlife, but we don't love it when we run into them.
Or they run into you, believe it or not.
I've never actually hit a deer, but I have had deer run into the side of my car. And when you see one, there's probably 8 more behind them. And go ahead and slow down and plan on stopping. Now, if you happen to be in Peachtree City and somebody stops in front of you for no apparent reason, it's probably they see a deer in the tree line. Go ahead and stop behind them and be very diligent about looking out for them.
So it's almost impossible for time's sake to go through the different neighborhoods. So what we're going to do is just give you one of the newer neighborhoods that is single homes. And when I say newer, it is started in 2000.
The early 2000s. So those homes are about 20 years old, and yep. That sounds kind of old, but for Peachtree City standards, what's the average age is about 30 now, isn't it? So a lot of the homes there was huge expansions in the early 80s. There's
early 80s into 2000.
But there are a lot of homes that were built in the 80s, and so to have ones built in the early 2000s it is on the little bit newer side.
So we're turning onto Holly Grove now, and we're going to be approaching Wilshire. There's actually 4 different sections, and we're just gonna go into the one section of this neighborhood. So as we drive into Wilshire, this particular section is all brick. They are large homes. Most of them are 2-story homes. Some of them are going to have basements. And of course, your price points are going to vary depending on all of the amenities that different homes have. Does it have a pool? Does it have a basement? What type of upgrades does it have? So homes in this particular section are anywhere from $500,000 recently to
up to $700,000 if it has a pool and all the upgrades and whatnot. And it really is a beautiful neighborhood. The different sections of the neighborhood share one pool, and out of all the neighborhood pools, I would say this is one of the nicer ones. They've got the regular pool area where you can sit out and get some sun, but they also have some picnic tables up in the trees where you can get out of the sun, have a meal with your family, cool down a little bit in the shade, and then just enjoy the summertime.
So as we exit Wilshire subdivision, we come to Wilshire Pavilion, and in here you've got a Publix. So for those that prefer Publix over Kroger, it's nice you have a choice. You can shop both sales.
And believe it or not, we actually have a Chick-fil-A in this shopping center. Chick-fil-A, like maybe some other parts of the country, they have a fast food restaurant that is dominant. We have 4 Chick-fil-A's in our little town of Peachtree City, and they are always busy, always
and well-loved, and always gracious to serve you. So we also have Mike and C's over here, which is a sports bar. You can go and get a great breakfast. They serve wings, drinks.
Their burgers are excellent. I've actually had, and it's really surprised me, I had one of my better prime ribs I've ever had in there, which wouldn't be something you'd think at a sports bar. But they've been in Peachtree City since the 80s?
Yes, very long time.
Not at this location, of course. This is their second or third location.
It's their second location.
So we hope you enjoyed our driving tour of Braelinn Village. If that was helpful, check out our other videos, and always please like and subscribe.
And if you have any questions about Peachtree City or any of the other surrounding areas in South Metro Atlanta, please reach out. You can comment below. We'll be sure to respond. Or you can call us or text or email us.
All that information is in the description below.
Thanks for riding along.
Hey, it's a beautiful day in Peachtree City, and we're going to do a driving tour of Braelinn Village.
So remember, Peachtree City is built on a...
Brakes!
Oh my gosh.